I will show you 3 Sudoku tips that you need to help you focus on the right areas of a puzzle and solve them quicker. The last tip will prevent you from wasting time and being frustrated the most. Click below if you want to give this puzzle a go. And with that, it's solving time. Look at the ones go here in block 1. This one in row 3, and this one in column 3. Only 2 possibilities for a 1. So what I just did is called Snyder notation. Anytime in a 3x3 block, you have 2 possibilities for a candidate. You mark it in case we solve one of these cells, solve the other right away. And Snyder notation does play into the 3 tips I'm going to show you in this video. Greetings, friend. This is Puzzle 30 from Enthralling Sudoku Volume 2. Thank you, Ashish Kumar, for letting me feature your puzzles on my channel. I will use this puzzle to show you 3 tips that every Sudoku solver needs to know, especially if you want to solve championship caliber classics like this one. First though, you do need to find more restrictions in the puzzle with Snyder notation. Look at where the 1s can be here in block 9. Only 2 possibilities. We can put Snyder 1s right there. Moving on to the 2s. If you look up in block 1, you have a 2 in column 2 and a 2 in row 2. Snyder 2s right there. And then in block 6 with these 2s and this 2, Snyder 2s right there. Let's look at the 3s. If you look in block 3, you got these 2 3s and this 3. Snyder 3s. And then in block 7, you have this 3, column 2, and row 8. Only 2 possibilities for a 3. And I'm getting up to the point to show you tip number 1. Tip number 1 is very powerful. Once you master this and see this, you will see yourself getting stuck much less in classic Sudoku. Look in block 7. Where can the 5s go? You might notice that a 5 is on the same column as a 3, and a 5 is in the same row as a 3. So the 5s are restricted to the same 2 spots the 3s are. Whenever you see this situation, it's a Snyder on top of each other, you have found a hidden pair. And this is my tip number 1. Look for these hidden pairs. What it means is that the 3 and the 5 are the only 2 candidates that can be in these 2 cells, because you cannot put a 3 and 5 anywhere else in block 7. So you can remove all other candidates from these 3 cells. And what it does is it basically gives you 2 cells that are accounted for, and it's going to help create more restrictions in this block. You got to find these hidden pairs. In fact, we're going to find another one here using the 6s. But first, I do want to make sure I covered all of the 5s. And I did. So look at the 6s here. 6 and 2 are both in column 2. 6 and 2 are both in row 2. So you're going to see another hidden pair in block 1 with the 2 and the 6. And this is huge. This is going to create some more great restriction for you here in just a bit. So you got those 2 hidden pairs knocked out. What else can we do with the 6s? Well, you have a 6 here, and these 2 6s, we can put Snyder 6s in block 8. And then you're not going to find anything with the 7s, and you're not going to find any Snyder marks with the 8s. So if we move on to the 9s, you might notice with this 9, we have Snyder markings right here in block 7, and then with this 9 in column 8 and in row 8, Snyder 9s in block 9. And that's as far as Snyder will take us. We haven't solved any cells yet. And I'm about to show you tip number 2, which will lead to some solved cells, and you can use it as a building block for better solving. Before I do that, I do want to hear from you. What did you do at this point? What did you find to do to make progress? Help me grow the best community on YouTube. It starts with your feedback in the comments. Share with the other viewers. Help them learn new strategies, new tips, techniques they can use to get better at solving. So tip number 2, you will often see this at a beginning of a puzzle. It's really great for catching hidden singles and doing cross-hatching, but it can be a little trickier to help you to solve naked singles. And that's what I'm going to show you with this tip number 2. Let's look back here at block 7. I did mark these 9s in the same column, column 8. Well, what these 9s are is a pointing pair. Since the 9s have to be somewhere in block 7, they're restricted to column 2. I said 8, I'm sorry. Restricted to column 2, a 9 cannot be anywhere else outside of the block in the column. You cannot put a 9 here, here, or here anymore, because if you did, you'd have no place to put a 9 in block 7. And so the tip is to find these pointing pairs, but use them to solve naked singles. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So now these 9s cannot be in these two spots. You're going to have a 9 in that spot right there. And then you might notice is, look at this cell right here. What can this be? All right, you have 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 accounted for, right? Because of this hidden pair. So you look at this cell, and you go, it can be a 1, 5, 7, or a 9. Well, it can't be a 1 because of that 1. It can't be a 5 because of that 5. And now it can't be a 9 because of the pointing pair of 9s. The 9s can only be in these two cells in block 1. This is a naked single 7. And if you didn't use the pointing pair, you wouldn't have found that. But that is a naked single. We can solve that for a 7. This is huge. This is part of my tip number 2. We're going to do a little bit more solving. You might notice you also have a 5 that cuts through here. If you look in this cell, remember you need a 1, 5, and 9. We already found the 7. Got a 5 here, pointing pair of 9s right there. This has to be your naked single 1. So we can solve that for a 1. Remove that Snyder mark, and then we have a 5, 9 naked pair in block 1. And a bonus tip for you, naked pairs, if they're in the same row or same column, can also be used as pointing pairs. So the 5 and 9 cannot be anywhere else along row 2. And how does that help you? Well, with this 5 and these 5s, you can actually do Snyder 5s right here. Okay, now we did this all. What can we do with that? The big thing is you always want to see, I made some solve. I added new digits to my grid. What can I do with that? Well, with these two ones, you can solve this cell for a 1, which is going to give us a nice 4, 7 naked pair right there. And then with these two ones and this one, you can solve for a 1 in block 8. Displacing the Snyder 1, and we can solve for a 1 right here. With these two ones, you can solve for a 1 in block 6. And with these two ones and these two ones, solve for a 1. Our last one in block 4. And now we look here, we made this 4, 7. What else does that do for us? Well, with the 4, 7 naked pair right there, you see that a 9 comes up column 8, and so you actually create a nice 5, 9 hidden pair. We have a 5, 9 hidden pair right there because the 9 and 5 are restricted to the same two cells, which allows you to put a 3, 6 naked pair right here. This is beautiful stuff. The way Ashish did this, all these hidden pairs and naked pairs. You know, I cover naked pairs, hidden pairs, pointing pairs, all in my free Sudoku solving guide. You can get in the pinned comment. This is the building blocks for making these kinds of solves. And so you have the 3, 6 here. That's accounted for in column 8. You also have a 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. All we need is a 7 and an 8. Well, I have a 7 in row 9. That's going to be your 7. That's going to be your 8. So we are making some more solves here. With these two 7s, you can solve for a 7 right there, which will give you a nice pointing pair of 7s right there. And then we can look here in row 8. You know, we just made a solve. How does that help us in row 8? You might notice you see a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and a 6. So the only things that are left are even digits, 2, 4, and an 8. Well, you got a 2 and an 8 right there. That has to be a 4. And then the 8's repeated. So you know you can solve that for the 2, and that's got to be your 8. Nice. And then with these two 8s, you can solve for an 8 right there, which gives us a nice 4, 9 naked pair in block 7. Looking good. And then with these two 8s and these two 8s, you can solve for an 8 in block 6. Okay, we got one more 8 to find. With these two 8s and this 8, you can solve for an 8 right here, displacing that Snyder 6. And we're getting close to tip number 3. What you want to do is you want to start taking care of some of these pairs, and we've made some solves that'll help us clean up those pairs. So tip number 3, it's easy to make a mistake near the end of the puzzle as you start putting more markings on there. And that will ruin your solve. I've done it a couple times in the Sudoku Grand Prix, not really proud of it, where I put a wrong digit in a cell and I ruins the solve. So my tip for you, and this is the most important one, it'll save you the most time, keep you from being frustrated, is clear the grid as much as possible. You want to remove as many marks as you can to keep a nice fresh grid. If you do that, you have less marks out there, less chances to make mistakes. So we can start here by using this 2. This 2 will help you disambiguate the 6 and the 2 right here. And now you put the 6 here and disambiguate the 3 and 6 right here. Okay? We put this 4 in column 7, you can disambiguate the 7 and the 4. All right. And now, after doing those marks, you can look at block 2 here. We just did a 3. Displace that slider 3, solve this cell for a 3. You might notice we have 2 9s right here. We can solve this cell for a 9. This is going to allow you to disambiguate the 5 9 in block 3. And then we have a Snyder 9. We can displace that, solve this for a 9, which gives us a nice full house. Full houses are really easy to solve, especially in the block. You can look really quickly and see that that needs to be a 3, which will allow you to disambiguate the 5 3 right there. Okay, and with this 5, ambiguate the 9 to 5. See how much we're cleaning up the grid? And then with this 9, you can displace the 4 9 right here. And now you want to just make your solves a little bit easier as you get towards the end. We see a full house, so we know with certainty you can solve this cell for a 4. And then with this 4, there's only one place to put a 4 in block 2. I call this sweeping the blocks, is what we're doing right now. So only one cell remaining in row 3. It's got to be a 5. And then what you have is a 2 and a 7. We'll get to that here in just a second. You can look down here, you need a 2 and a 5. Okay, so I'll just make those marks, but they're fresh marks, and it should help us move on with the solve. What we're looking for here, you want to see where there's only 1 or 2 cells that you got to do, maybe 3 at the most, because that's the easiest for you to do the solves. You need a 3 and a 6. I see a 3 right here. I'm going to pull it over, block 6. So that's got to be your 3, and that's got to be your 6. And then what we can do is my neat naked triple trick. Little bonus tip for you here in column 3. You might notice you have a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. We need a 4, 7, 9. Whenever you have 2 of the candidates looking at one cell, and then one of those is repeated, you got the 9 up there, you can solve all 3. Because this has to be your 7. The only place the 9 can go is right there, and this is going to be your 4. You can learn more about this trick in this tutorial. But what we can do with that is now see with these 4s and these 4s, you can solve for a 4 in block 5. And then we're looking here for a 3 and a 6. Let's sweep out block 4. 3 can only go here. This has got to be your 6. And then with these 2 6s, solve that cell for a 6. Easy peasy. And I know I need a 2 and a 5 here. I got my 5 in row 4. So this has got to be your 2. That's got to be your 5. That's got to be your 2. We're going to clean up all these extra marks we made, right? 7, 2 right there. Displace this Snyder 7. With this 2, you can displace that Snyder 2, and it just leads you to where the next solve needs to be. We got 3 solves remaining. I'm going to look in the block here. This is the easiest solve. That's got to be a 5. And all you have left, it looks like it's a 5 and a 7. Well, I'll just follow the 5s, because that's the last cell I solve. 5 goes there, which means this cell has to be a 7. And now you can apply the 3 tips you just learned to this next puzzle. Thank you so much for watching.